Ah. Good evening, my name is Adam Marwood, they call me the Zotmeister. Welcome! After a sizable delay, which I apologize for, another proper Throwback Thursday. This is episode 22? Did I count those correctly? Yes! Yes, I did. 22. And tonight's theme, the games of TōaPlan. There is a chance that this might end up being the games of TōaPlan Part 1. Because there's just so much great stuff here that I might not get through enough of it for me to want to call it a one and done. That, and I feel like some of their more recent games I'm not as knowledgeable at as I would typically care to be. So there's a very good chance this might actually end up being the games of TōaPlan Part 1. The earlier games of TōaPlan, as it were. So you may wonder, what on earth is TōaPlan? And that's a reasonable question, because although they were a very prolific and very influential arcade game developer, they did not do a lot of their own publishing, especially at first. Many of the games that they created were released under license from Taito, or in the US in particular, Romstar. But it is clearly their design work at hand in these titles. I will not be playing every single game that they ever made. I can't, even if I did have 2 nights for this. But I should be touching on certainly their better known ones, the more popular ones. A good chunk of these games will have been featured on a Throwback Thursday before. That's just the way it's going to end up being, I'm afraid. But these are all really good top-tier games here. There aren't any really bad ones, so to speak. So it should be a good night. Alright, speaking of games that I will not be playing on stream, one of their earliest titles, as I remove my starting soon image, you can see it there. It's actually dimmed slightly because it's paused, and that's what the emulator does when you pause it. This is Mahjong Sisters. I will not be playing that on stream for obvious reasons, but there you have it. That was from 1986, and as such, it's actually one of their earliest titles. Not the earliest, though. But it is their action games that we are here to play. And my failure to properly prepare for this episode is going to be made immediately apparent when I type in the... Well, let's just say that this is the first game of theirs that I'll be playing, and I am playing this completely blind. I have never played this game before. Shame on me. Absolute shame on me. Now, there is one thing that I should make known in advance here while I'm talking about this company. It was actually founded in 1984, I do believe. Let me quickly double check on that. Yes, 1984. And it was only open for a decade. They declared bankruptcy in 1994. Their influences are still felt today in gaming. Many of the principles in the development of the games for the company moved on to the likes of Cave and Takumi and Gazelle, and they brought that sort of feel with them and they like to make little subtle references to the older games of TōaPlan. But I am going to be playing through the games of TōaPlan, judging them on their own merits, and going through them roughly in chronological order. Roughly. I'm not bad at Mahjong. I can say with relative confidence that I am better at Mahjong than Lord BBH, and I am certain that he would make no attempt to argue against that. Yeah, I'm certainly not an expert. Something that Toryumon likes to remind me of when I feel brave enough to fire that on. I swear the AI is Akagi. Ridiculous. But I digress. So, TōaPlan, there is perhaps a little bit of a, shall we say, what's the term I'm looking for? There is some debate as to how the name of the company is supposed to be stylized, because it was never actually really properly finalized. Let me, for reference, actually add in right now, and I can just copy and paste it here, because I have it in front of me, into that red line you see there. That's the... Oh, it does not show up on stream! Darn. That's because the font I'm using doesn't have those characters. Well, how about I temporarily change that? That didn't fix it. What the heck? There's gotta be a full, There must be a font here that has these symbols in it. I know there is. There must be. Really? You have got to be kidding me. Well, that's obnoxious. So here's something I didn't expect. Whoa! Okay, that's OBS's problem. Alright, fine. That's the way it's gonna be. Fine. I'll just have to do something else then. That didn't work. That didn't work at all. Man, and I'm not sure I have any other easy way of displaying it. Sure I do. Bear with me for a moment. I will explain things. Okay, so TōaPlan here is... Well, let me explain a little bit about the origin of this name. It's actually in two parts, and as such should arguably be two words. And indeed, in some games, such as the one that I just had on the screen there, Mahjong Sisters, their copyright date actually lists a space in their company. It's TōaPlan, two words. But the vast majority of their games is just run straight together as one word, TōaPlan. And apparently in the vast majority of games, it's in all caps. There is one exception, however, where it capitalizes just the T and the P in plan, and everything else is in lowercase. I have done one extra thing in putting the name of the company here. And to better explain that, I should just show you the image here. This is going to be awkward. It's going to be scaled horribly. But it is going to at least come up on screen for you so you can see what I'm looking at. I would have just typed it, but no. Apparently OBS does not like Japanese characters in its text fields. They should get on that. Someone should submit a support ticket. Here we go. It looks like text, but that is actually a graphic. It is a screen cap of it. This is the company's name in Japanese, right here. I apologize for the little dots here. The two kanji here are the TōA. East Asia is actually what that means, and what we have here is katakana, which is literally the English word plan. Yeah, it's just sounding out the word plan. So, there you have it. And the word for East Asia here, TōA, would actually be properly spelled with the macron, as I've put in the company name there. Or with the, you might see it spelled TOUA, as another way of showing it's the long O. Yes, so that is the company's name there, TōaPlan, and I have chosen to write it as you see it in my marquee. Move that now. Because that just strikes me as being the most thorough way of properly spelling it. You may have seen me stream TōaPlan games before, and I just wrote it as TōaPlan, just the T capitalized, all one word. But having done the research, yes, I have settled on that way of listing it. There you have it. So, TōaPlan. Let's get things started, shall we? With a game called Performin, which was actually published by Data East, but it is definitely a game developed by TōaPlan. I am playing this blind, shame on me. I have no idea what I am in for here, but I'm playing it anyway. I will know a lot more about the later games in the series. I'll be able to describe quite a few things, but for now... Every now and then I learn something on these Throwback Thursdays. Sometimes I even take requests during them. Okay, looks like I got 2 buttons to work with. Oh, come on, controller. There we go. So how's the audio doing? Needs a little bit of a cranking up, it seems. Okay. The morning after kill. Hello indeed. Good to see you here. Okay. Alright, so that button digs... Oh, and I'm being chased. I like the music, what little of it I heard during that. That was close, but worked. I'm reminded immediately of Dig Dug 2. I don't think that's a bad thing. Guessing I can't shoot through the walls, right, but you can dig under them. Whoa! One of the enemies, like, grabbed on, tried to drag it? I can shoot underground, that's good to know. Oh, I can shoot the gifts too. That gift was underground. So our protagonist is apparently throwing his mohawk as a weapon. So that's a thing. Uh-oh. Should that worry me? That was, okay, gotta catch that one! Oh! Okay, so I can't dig under someone to get away from them, because they'll apparently just break through and get me anyhow. Yeah, the mine is falling through the gap. Whoa, that wasn't what I had in mind. Not being able to face diagonally makes this tricky. Let me give that another try. This is an interesting little game there. Yeah, that's just the katakana for performing. Ah, the ghost is an energizer. I should have remembered that from the intro. Okay. That's a bit ironic that they have a ghost that functions like a Pac-Man power pellet. Okay. There you go. Oh, you're kidding me! How did I not get him? Thank you for that follow, I greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoy your stay here. I know there's a morning after kill on YouTube. I'm assuming you're not the same one. If you are, holy crap, that's awesome. Ah! I am not doing well at this game at all. I feel like I should be a lot better at this. I think when it comes to arena battle games like this, I think I'll probably stick to Buddha-san, but this is not a bad little game. Yeah, I had a feeling. Let me do one more. Let me see if I can get... You'd think there would be a strategy there about digging under mines and have them fall onto enemies that are chasing you, but it happens so slowly. Okay, I seem to have totally lost the plot here. I am getting nowhere fast. So you actually have to shoot the ghost. There's... Oh, it reappeared! I do seem to earn points as I dig. Seems that fighting underground is the superior option here. You're kidding me! Well, Pac-Man much? Power wore out just as I got to that guy. That's me, alright, Mr. Beginner's Luck. I did twice as well my very first game as I did any of the follow-ups. Alright. I wish I had more to say about this game, because it's fascinating. But, yeah, you'll find that their later games are a bit more familiar style. Most of them are scrolling shooters. There is the occasional platformer. There's going to be a puzzle game in there. I do apologize. I can assure you that the cough drop I have in my mouth right now is absolutely necessary. I do apologize for that, though. Okay. So with that having been completed, time to move on to a game that I am decidedly more familiar with. And if you had an NES in the early days and you were a fan of scrolling shooters, this was a game that you were probably very, very familiar with. But it is the original is indeed an arcade title, and that is what I am going to be playing. All of TōaPlan's games are arcade games. A lot of them did get ports to home consoles by different companies, but I am going to be playing the arcade versions of all of these. MAME incorrectly leaves out the hyphen in the title of this game, but I have put it in my marquee dutifully. I have played this on stream before. Compared to some of the later shooters that TōaPlan has done, this is going to seem very basic, but hey, it's they had to start somewhere. And this game does have its unique little elements to it. Now, the first thing I'm going to draw your attention to here are the two big red bombs that you can visibly see on the side of the helicopter here. Those are indeed my bombs, my armament. I have a shot button and I have a bomb button. The bombs do take a moment to fly out, attack the area around. They will clear out bullets. But they have another very unique purpose that, as far as I know, no other shooter does. If I hit this enough, there is a point bonus in there. Ah! That was terrible of me. Oh, okay. Here we go, a Throwback Thursday Mingly. Let's try that again. So, the bombs actually serve... Oops. Well, let me fix that. There we go. The bombs actually serve as sort of a prototype shield. If a bullet physically strikes your helicopter in one of the bombs, it saves your life and detonates the bomb immediately. So you can actually endure a hit from each side and still be alive, as long as you get hit in the bomb. This is a very unique feature. I don't know of any other scrolling shooter that has anything even remotely similar to that. That your bombs actually serve a purpose pre-being dropped. Alright, they need to... Are you frickin' kidding me? I'm going to do this. The whole purpose of Throwback Thursday is to show off things in games. And I'm going to get this bonus. If I'm not gonna get it, I'm gonna reset. Ugh! This is obnoxious. So yeah, you gotta love that sort of geometric green pattern there. The bocage. This game is not exactly heavy on the secrets, but that is one of them. It's nice and early in the game. There it is. 10,000 points is a sizable chunk in this game. Notice the way that the tanks actually take a moment to rotate their turrets to aim at the player and fire. This has become a fairly common thing in scrolling shooters, but I believe it was pioneered here, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely a mainstay in TōaPlan's titles. Uh-oh, that was way too aggressive of me. The enemies do fire at regular intervals, but it becomes slightly altered. Are you kidding me? Due to how they need to take the time to aim. Okay, so that box that I just shot, that did not help me at all. I am off to one of the worst starts ever on a Throwback Thursday. Holy crap. This is terrible. So there are two kinds of goodies that you find. One is these diamond boxes, which come and go, as you can see. Gotta shoot them when they're up. Takes 10 of them to get an extra life. And then you have those first aid looking boxes, which actually change color. What you get is determined by what color it is when you shoot it. Red and white are both assistant helicopters, wingmen, as it were. Blue is to replace a bomb. Mind you, I haven't lost a bomb, so I get a chunk of points for it instead. If I had lost a bomb, get it back. This game's a wash anyway. I should actually try to lose a bomb to a shot to show that off. This is what happens when I drop a bomb. You see there's a little bit of a delay to it. That's what happens when you get hit in a bomb. It goes off immediately. Show much off. You can see the game does have a checkpoint system, but it's generous in that it will actually shunt you forward. That was rubbish. I will play it again earnestly. The white assistant choppers will shoot straight ahead. The red ones will shoot to the side, to the left or right, whichever side you put them on when you pick them up. You can actually have two wingmen, one on each side, and they do not have to be the same type. So you can have this weird thing where you have this double wide shot ranging in front of you and to the left of you, and you shoot straight to the right. It's weird. You might get used to it, though. The music changes while you have a wingman, if you can manage to keep them. Are you kidding me? Well, I'm not going to reset this game again. I've already done, enough. Guess I'm not really playing for a good score here, though. But I will just try to live as long as I can, and at least show off those other choppers. I have played this game on stream before. I'm pretty sure that 65,000 came from a request night, if I'm not mistaken. There we go, wait for them to fire. Get in behind them. That's how you're supposed to do that. Didn't do so well last time. Okay. I suddenly started to... Oh, I did not want another bomb. Yeah, let me actually just use one. There we go. The NES port of this... I do have the cartridge. It's fairly accurate, actually. Lower frame rate. Doesn't animate nearly well, but it's still not a bad game. The layouts are there. Good stuff. for a game of its time. Let me wait for a white one here. There we go. Perhaps the thing you need to most get used to when you're learning this game is your limited shot range. Most scrolling shooters, your shots just go all the way up to the top and then vanish, but here they actually only go so far. Forcing you to move up and down a lot more often. There's a stage completed. Yeah, you would get bonus points if you had any armaments theft. I somehow managed to totally fail to do so. Not doing well tonight. Not doing well tonight. Hopefully, I'll do a lot better at some of the later games. Oh, that was stupid. I got totally distracted by the enemies coming up behind. I think I failed to realize that the turret in front of me managed to get a shot off. Totally used the bomb there to cover my approach. Sciature, thank you for that host, sir. Greatly appreciate it. Wish that I were... playing a little better. Let me get a red chopper this time. I'll put it on the right. Oh, I guess the left always fills first. I could have sworn you chose the side, though. Oh, that stunk. At least I managed to get it, showed off, at least. Shown off? What is wrong with me tonight? I'm off to a terrible, terrible start in, like, every way imaginable. It will pick up, I swear. Shamelessly bomb my way through the... Oh! That was embarrassing! I swear I can do a lot better at this game. I'll play it one more time. Okay. It's a serious attempt here. Going to do this game justice. Okay. Must focus. Alright. I'm surprised the box ghost isn't here. If I recall correctly, he actually requested this game before. Not yet? There we go. Okay. This game gets more than a little ridiculous, Duke. Also, hi, good to see you here. Oh, he peeked me there with his turret. I was expecting him to fire sooner. Alright, I have to make a completely non sequitur comment here. With the whole Twitch alerts becoming Streamlabs thing, they changed the way their notification window works. Rather than just getting live updates when there's a new follow or whatever, just sits in lags and then refreshes the entire thing every couple minutes, and it is obnoxious as all fuck. I just felt compelled to put that out there. Hopefully they change it back to the way it was, because that's bloody obnoxious. Had to get that off of my system, because it's blinking every now and then in the background, and it's bugging the crap out of me. And I'm trying to focus! Okay, welcome to the beach. Ideally I would want a white helicopter here. Okay. Oh, damn it. So tough to keep those alive. Oops. Wait for it to pop back up again. You get to live. Have both bombs attached. 10,000 points. I think it's just 5,000 points for each armament. By which I mean bombs and little helis. So it maxes out at 20,000 if you have a full set. Okay. Now it becomes a matter of finding the proper timing to... Oops. Get underneath them. Didn't tap in there. Saved by the auto bomb. Ah, I didn't drop it fast enough. But I died twice in the same place, so they moved me ahead a checkpoint because they're polite like that. Oh, whoops. Oh, I'm getting points then. It's only 3,000 though. Oh, you're kidding me! You've got to be kidding me! Oh. Man, still didn't make it past that guy. I scored higher than I did before, though. It's not entirely embarrassing. Yeah, that shall have to do for tonight. No more time for Tiger Heli. Fantastic game, though. Do greatly enjoy it. And it has a sequel, which will be coming up later. A lot of people probably don't even realize that the two games are connected, even though they're familiar with both of them. Just due to the way that they were named and the way they were presented overseas. It's a little more obvious when you look at their Japanese names. But, yeah, that was Tiger Heli. Okay, so this next one is a game that I played for the first time on request way back on Throwback Thursday episode 1. Way back when. I had not played it before then. I played it blind that day. I've played it a few times since then. I've learned a bit more about it. Overseas, including Europe, etc., the game is known by the rather peculiar title of Slap Fight. But here in the US, we call it Alcon, which I have come to learn is supposed to be completely capitalized because it is an acronym. It stands for Allied League of Cosmic Nations. Something I did not know at the time, but I do now. Let's see. Should be right here. Oh, it's hiding on me. Here we go. Oh, thanks, Duke. I know I can do a lot better than that, but for whatever reason, I seem to be more than a little off tonight. So this game has a power-up system that's actually very similar to Gradius. But it does this also additional weird thing. As you can see, these power wings that you can collect, which massively improve your firepower, but also increase your hitbox at the same time. It's more than a little weird. More than a little weird. You still have the limited range of fire that you do with Tiger Heli. Another thing that you kind of have to get used to. So the first game of this that I play is not going to be very good, because there's a trick I'm not going to be doing. I will show that off on a later playthrough. Shoot that chariot at the beginning. I will go ahead and immediately grab that first power-up. Yeah, the stars function like the power capsules do. Thank you for letting me know that. Really?
Yeah, you hear that sound? You hear that sound? That's you being disconnected because you stopped working. Yeah. I wish I knew why that happened. I really do. Alright, so for the remainder of the first half of this stream, I'll have the old-timey voice. Magnuson device. Good to see you here. Looks like I'll be rebooting my computer during the break. I apologize in advance for the lack of music. You take a break. Pain in the arse. Alright, where were we? Oh, about to die to this thing, I see. That's alright. Oh, whatever. Okay, so... I have Lord BBH to thank for showing me a neat little technique in this game. If you just sit there and let the first enemy kill you without moving or firing, your second life comes back pretty well armed. All you really need is some speed ups so that you can actually dodge things despite being so ridiculously wide. And you can get somewhere. Switch back to the straightforward shot there. That homing blast is a little on the slow side for me. I would really like to get up to bomb, if at all possible. With the power wing in place here, this wide field. Yeah, oh, I just totally lost my my wingman. Still, I can grab one back, I guess. Yeah, not every building can break. You can actually see which ones will in advance. There's just that tiny little bit through the edge, you can see the small cracks. Take advantage of it. That did not last as long as I would have liked. And of course you do sacrifice a life in order to even do that in the first place. But it's a solid technique. Okay. Figure out how to squeeze through those. I'm gonna grab the side gun now while I can. It's great for keeping enemies from getting behind you, which is where they are at their most deadly. Holy crap! I'll take that. I will take that and I will like that. I am fine to have simply not died there. Oh, no. He's hovering just out of range. You can't stay all the way at the bottom to fight that guy. Gotta grab at least one speed up. Maybe more like 2. Oh, whoops. Let's see if I can lure his shots to the side. Get under him real quick. This pattern seems to be working a little, at least. Yes! Okay. Ugh. TōaPlan does love to have enemies come up from behind. They're so nasty. Yeah, this section here is interesting with the enemies traveling through the tunnels, since they can only be hit when they peek out through the little gaps there to launch their volleys. Ah! I would have been better off just staying put! And I missed my record by 100. Scored a lot better than my over distance, though. Huh. Let me give that one more shot, actually. I am once again going to make the first ship trade here. This gives me a full set of power wings. This is a 2-button game, by the way. You don't have a proximity bomb. Grab the side gun. Not that there is much room on my sides. But for where and when it matters. Something I have in place. Stick to the homing shot for now, I think. Try to save up for the shield. It should live so long. This is actually only a temporary invulnerability. It's not like Ingradius where it protects you from a number of hits. Ooh, I just got winged. I'll just fly it right back. Ugh. Crap. The way the homing shot works is really weird. You may have noticed that there's a wide variety to the number of bullets I get. It's actually dependent on what's on the screen when I fire. There's a number of weaker enemies. I will fire one bullet per enemy, and they will home in. If there's nobody on the screen, then it's just going to fire out a wide range of them, hoping to hit something eventually. It's weird. And against a boss, it fires a moderate amount. I haven't shown off the laser weapon yet, either. I would like to make that happen. I have the nagging suspicion that's not going to occur this playthrough, though. I'll start up another credit to make that happen. That was terrible. It was absolutely horrible. This game definitely has a learning curve, but it is a lot of fun. know what? Let me not do the trade this time. I don't even think I'm going to be playing the full thing through. This is really just me getting to the one weapon I haven't showed off yet. Hopefully. I think I can last long enough to go straight to the laser without needing to grab anything else on the way. Looks like a stairwell. Now, the laser is weird. If you just rapidly tap the button, you'll only end up shooting directly in front of you. If you hold in the button, you get this longer stream that will persist and travel further out. That can't actually cover the entire range of the screen. Which, as perhaps you've noticed, can be an important thing in this game, given that your main shot doesn't even make it halfway across. Actually, yeah, I don't need to play that any further. That is Alcon, or Slap Fight, if you're in some other country. Very unique, fun game that I only just recently started playing. Only recently learned it, really. Good stuff, though. Very good stuff. Alright, so we now move on to 1987. And for what is almost certainly TōaPlan's most famous game. I know lots and lots of people who are not really big into video games, but they know this one and they love it. It's one of their favorites. The original Japanese title of this game is Hishozame, or Flying Shark, as it is known in most countries, but in the US, for whatever reason, Taito decided to call it Sky Shark. This game has been featured at least twice, if not more than that, on Throwback Thursdays already, and I don't care. It's getting played again. This is one of the most influential scrolling shooters ever made. Seems like every scrolling shooter ever made gets compared to this one. This was the standard for the late 80s shooter right here. So many of the tropes, as it were established here. And it helps that the music is awesome. Ooh, almost bit it right there. The bullets in this game are very fast and very accurate. Next thing I would draw your attention to are these tanks that take 2 hits to destroy. The first bullet just destroys the turret. This has become a mainstay of scrolling shooters since then. It seems like every game does this with tanks in them. And then I will also draw your attention to these fleets of planes here. Shoot down all of them and you get a bonus. That has been done before. That's not original to this, I do believe. Pretty sure 1942 came out before this did. But they're not all power-ups. They're actually on a cycle. The red ones drop power-ups, the yellow ones just give you 1,000 points. If you live long enough, face enough of these fleets on one life, a blue one will come along and that will drop a 1-up. And I am hoping to actually show that off on stream at some point, but given I've been playing like crap tonight, that's not likely to happen. All the same, I will try. The game is extraordinarily well balanced. It always feels fair, just brutal. This game pretty much defined the feel of the entire genre back in the day. Hopefully I can break this thing without needing to drop a bomb, but when it starts to close in, I get more than a little worried! Ugh! Ah, you're kidding me! Died anyway? Ah. Doesn't help that I've actually got the controls not configured the way I would have liked. I've sworn I would have done that already. It's so weird. It does take the bomb a moment to come out, but it is extremely powerful. We'll deal with bullets once it lands. You still need to sort of predict when you're going to need it. You can't press it at the last moment and hope it will save you. Tiger Heli makes me think I could shoot that red barrier out, but I can't. This scene right here, going over a beach about to enter the water, there's a bunch of ships, tanks pouring out of them. That has been duplicated in so many other shooters I've lost count. Ugh. Split formation. 3 on one side, then 3 on the other. Yeah, the bomb icons are dropped by set enemies. They're always in the same place. Ugh. Oh, damn! That didn't have to happen. Oh, Sky Shark, why do you do this to me? Why? Yeah. My word, I have just got nothing tonight. Tank is empty. Yeah, it takes quite a few power-ups to max out your ship. It's amazing just how much firepower the game will ultimately trust you with if you can live long enough to build it up. Of course, the number of fleets you need to take down in order to get another power-up to show up keeps increasing as you go. You've got a long way to go if you want to get a 1-up. Very long way to go. It's gotta be all in one life. All resets. Take a hit. I like this whole shooting open things to reveal more enemies. You know, Duke. Ah, the box ghost! Good to see you here. Where were you when I was playing Tiger Heli earlier? Oh my... Ugh. Almost the best I've done on stream. Still pretty poor. You were watching me play Tactics. Well then, I don't object. Alright, I need to, I need another shot at that. One of these days I'm going to stop doing things like that to the music in games. It's apparently not going to be tonight. Also not going to stop Ming-Leeing myself tonight either. That's my third Ming-Lee tonight. Just a little bit of chat. The Pro, yeah. Yes, Martin Bedard is very talented at scrolling shooters. Especially these older ones. FunSpot has a Skyshark machine. For a number of years, they kept it out on the floor and shouldn't have. It had a logic board problem. The controls didn't work right. It did take care of it eventually. It was interesting because there was, at the time, a limit how old, I should say how recent a game can be for it to still be available for the Classics tournament. And they had the cutoff at the time since 1986. And they had everything set up on the floor there, all the different games for people to record their scores on. This was in the earlier years when it was really just a high score gathering session, not a tournament per se. And some way, somehow, they missed Skyshark. So they had this one game from 1987 sitting in among the rest. And I mentioned that, and they were like, you know, the funny thing is, this, you know, Gary Vincent saying something to the effect of, I actually caught that. But we had already moved everything else around, and I was like, you know what? That game can stay. Because Skyshark is... yeah. I forget actually his precise words, but suffice it to say that I did not object. Alright, I need to change the buttons. Yeah, I need to, you need to be up here. There we go. Let me, I'm gonna go ahead and Ming Lee. one more time here. I will go ahead and restart that. The buttons are too big. Yeah, I'm usually holding my controller in my hands, and I'll have my thumb over two buttons and just play them accordingly. But when it comes to a scrolling shooter like this, I have my hand down on top of the controller. I'm not showing it very well here. But yeah, I would have I'd have my index finger here. My second finger I would want here, rather than use my thumb for it, because I've got my hand on top rather than holding it underneath. I need just like 30 seconds. I will be right back. And sorry about that. This is not an Xbox controller. This is a Logitech Chill Stream. It's actually not showing. It's not readable on camera, but yeah, you can see the Logitech logo in the circle there. Yeah, it's. I've got the model number on my gear listing down below on my channel page. It wasn't until after I had started streaming for a while that I realized just how appropriate it was to use a chill stream for this purpose. That is its brand name. And I would mention that this controller is older than Twitch itself. So, yeah. Logitech actually trademarked Chill Stream before streaming and the phrase chill stream was even a thing. There's another little bit of history that I bet you didn't know about. We here at the Zotmeister try to educate as well as entertain. Especially on Throwback Thursdays. But for the moment, I have I've done enough education. I want this to be a good run. Ugh. One thing that you've perhaps noticed is that we can now shoot all the way across the screen, as the earlier TōaPlan games. Our shots were limited in range. Not now. Zmick, thank you so much for that host. Greatly appreciate it. I know that you will certainly be looking forward to Truxton later tonight. I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to do TōaPlan, is because I know a lot of the regulars here on my channel, fans of one of their games, and I don't think you all realize that they're actually all from the same company. So tonight I'm touching on a bunch of them. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I'm just gonna drop the bomb, play it safe. I can beat that guy without that bomb, I swear it, but it's been a while. I'm just gonna play it safe. Yes. Your one regret is you cannot play Move 2 and watch my stream at the same time. I deeply sympathize with that, sir. Deeply. Okay. Ah! Oh, why did I just... Oh! That did not have to happen. Ah, things are going so well, too. And then I just blankly moved back to the side to target a new enemy. And there was a bullet right alongside me that I didn't even see. This is suddenly not going well at all. Yeah, the interesting thing about the fans of... It's not that they're fans of TōaPlan games, plural, it's that each is a fan of a different singular TōaPlan game. It's just like, you put them all together, it's like, let's see. So Jesendar likes Snow Bros, Fox Ghost likes Tiger Ellies, Nick likes Truxton. I forget if anyone other than me likes Techie Pocky, but I'm a big fan. Yeah, this has very much gone south, unfortunately. Once again, that Gradius effect is certainly a thing. Could be a lot worse, but it is definitely still a thing here. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the Gradius effect is when, upon death in a scrolling shooter, the player is sent back a distance to a checkpoint without all of the power-ups that were necessary to get the player to that point in the game in the first place, so that they're pretty much screwed. It almost doesn't matter how many lives they have left, they are doomed to failure. Due to just how powerful you can get with the power-ups in Gradius. That's what it became known for, although some other games are even worse at it. Ask Lord BBH about Pulstar someday. I'm sure he'd be happy to tell you all about it. And then hate your face. Oh dear, the mountain's blocking my shots. Must hit boss! There we go. Some way, somehow, still alive. Ah! I just had to open my frickin' mouth. Oh well. Yeah, I need to move on. I would love to play that again, but for now, I think I need to move on. Looks like I can get one more game squeezed in before break time here. Yeah, I easily jinxed myself. And so the next one that I am going to fire up is the aforementioned sequel to Tiger Heli. This is also from 1987. The Japanese title for the game is Kyukyoku Tiger. You're once again in a helicopter. But this one is actually two-player simultaneous. And somewhere between Taito and Romstar licensing the game, producing it in the US, and Sammy actually did the NES port, curiously enough. So quite a few other companies were involved in getting this game out to the masses. They decided to take advantage of that and put it into the name to emphasize the fact that it is multiplayer, and named it Twin Cobra. But yes, this is another very popular, very famous game. Despite the fact that very few people actually know that it is the sequel to Tiger Heli, that it is they are actually properly connected. To a certain extent, there are a lot of design elements similar here. There's no doubt about that. Going through the games in a chronological order rather than being like, I mean, I could have played this right after Tiger Heli, put the two of the same series together. I'm going through them chronologically so you can get a feel for how the games developed by the same company sort of evolved over time. Yeah, seeing what is the same and what is different between the different titles is definitely part of the whole excursion here. It's part of the point. Yeah, you can see that the tanks here, their turrets do not independently blow up. Just like Tiger Heli before it, they're dead in one shot. Here you have a variety of weapon systems for the first time in a TōaPlan shooter. This game in some ways almost feels like a cross between Sky Shark and Tiger Heli. This is not a bad thing at all. Do I have the buttons set up right? No, I don't. Let me fix that before any enemies show up. Do the same thing for this game as I did for that last one. Oops. If you've ever played Raiden in particular on Seibu Kaihatsu, you should see a lot of the influence this game had on that one. Raiden is basically a big love letter to Twin Cobra, just with a more futuristic theme. Sort of a mix between this and a game I'll be showing off later called Truxton. The developer of Raiden straight up said, "Yeah, we know there's nothing terribly original about the game. We took the best of what was out there and just tried to make something as solid as we could. Think of it as an homage." Not the exact words, but definitely the gist they were trying to make. I'm just gonna drop the bomb to get that resolved. Break even anyway. So the power-ups in this game are just straight up boost the strength of your shot. But then we have this color cycling orb here. This is how you determine what weapon you're going to use. This does not affect the weapon's strength any. I was using the red weapon, which you have by default, but I'm going to switch to blue now, which you can see is a wide shot. Now that it's powered up, you can see the center shot is actually larger, it does more damage. Yeah, the shot strength is independent of the whole weapon cycle. Yellow is a, as you can see, four-way shot! Shoots straight sideways and even straight down! So that's finally a means of dealing with enemies that are directly underneath you, which I think I've demonstrated that TōaPlan loves to do. It is otherwise one of the weaker weapons, but if you know how to use it, it can definitely make some situations so much easier to deal with. But being a glutton for punishment as I am, I do like my scrolling shooters to be hard. And I don't like to spend all day trying to deal with bosses. That tends to be the hardest part for me. I am particularly... oh, bloody hell. I am particularly fond of the green weapon. You may notice no checkpoints. I died, I respawned on the same spot. So they solved that problem. Thanks, sanity. I do still lose the power-ups, though. Ugh. Like I said, feels like a cross between Tiger Heli and Sky Shark. Very similar style of boss there. Duke, I have to ask, why is it that you keep advertising what it is that BBH is streaming during my stream? Okay, I want the green weapon, but I'm not going to try to dash right into it here. Ooh, I am out of bombs! I was just very much dependent on one. It's going yellow, red, green. Oh, there we go. Green is the put all the offensive power straight forward weapon. These nice, big, long trails of bullets. When it comes to dealing raw damage at a distance, there is no substitute. This is, however, almost certainly the toughest weapon to use in the game, but it is also my favorite. Exactly, Duke, it's impossible. So why should I care? For that matter, why should anyone else? If he suddenly finds himself streaming a TōaPlan game, then by all means, let me know, as the theme of the night. That would be interesting. Otherwise, it's obnoxiously non sequitur. That was actually not too bad, given what I'd see up there. I suppose technically distance-wise I made it further. Yeah, the blue seems to be the most popular weapon that I see people use. I did want to show off all of the colors during that game, but I'm particularly fond of the green weapon. And I'm probably going to try to use that and stick with it in this particular playthrough. See if I can make it to 200,000. Yeah, one playthrough to show off things in the game, and then one to actually try to do the best I can do. Here we go. Okay, let's see. It's been... I feel slightly out of practice, although I feel like I'm handling things reasonably well in this game. For me, I should specify, I'm not one of those people who can beat the game on 1 credit. Yet. Not that I've invested a massive amount of time into that endeavor. Okay. Time for things to die. Yeah, my mentality when it comes to scrolling shooters, I will dodge. I will get under things. But I want what I'm shooting at to die! Quickly! It's frickin' bosses that kill me. So whatever destroys them the fastest tends to be the weapon I want to use. You have got to be kidding me! I didn't even see the bullet that hit me. I'm not doubting it. These little stars with the letter P on them are only useful for bonus points at the end of the stage. I should live so long. Oops. I somehow got out of that without grabbing the bomb. There we go. It's an interesting pattern they chose for the power-ups in this game, how they move. Always at right angles in a spiral. Oh, that was... I should have just dropped the frickin' bomb. That was a waste. A waste and a half. Ugh! Tanks keep getting under me there. Well, thank you, Duke. I am honored. I do try. Yep. Exactly. Exactly, Duke. If you lose a life, your P-star count resets to 0. You can only earn the bonus points for those that you picked up in your most recent life. Which means that if a boss kills you, there goes your entire stage bonus. Which is more than a little brutal. Uh-oh. There we go. No. It's alright. For now, that's okay, I guess. The red weapon does always fire straight ahead, but as it powers up, it gets slightly wider. Volleys of missiles. Against wider targets, it's still very powerful, especially up at close range. The blue weapon is almost certainly the safest under most circumstances. It's a very anti-popcorn weapon, as the professionals at these sorts of games tend to call the enemies that regularly die in one shot. Should have just waited for that to turn green. Whoa! Dull. My word, this is terrible. Oh well. Ah, one more. One more and then it'll be break time. Which should be relatively short this time around. Just need to get up, stretch my legs. Brew a little bit of tea. That should be good to go. Yeah, these are great games tonight. It's hard to not play for them. I think part of me subconsciously wants to drag TōaPlan into 2 nights, honestly. And I did start a little late, so only fair I'd take my break a little late. Give me that. Alright, hopefully I can make it to the first stage in one life. Full credit for all these stars I'm grabbing. My, there are a lot of you tonight. Look at all these tanks. Throw it! I don't want to look. Why is it taking so long to kill me? There we go. Like, stop trying to kill me and kill me! Alright, I guess I need my break sooner than I thought. I guess I will do that now. Oh, yeah, that was rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Blah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to mingle. I was just gonna call it there. Okay, I will unfortunately be breaking the stream at this point, but I will be back on in just a few minutes. I'll probably play one song for you and then get right back into this. Yeah, I do apologize. Yeah. You are not getting out of this. You are going to earn your keep tonight. You see everybody out there? Well, no, of course you don't, but guess what? I'm giving you another chance. And you're going to take it whether you like it or not. Alright, so I am going to break the stream, but I will be back in just a few minutes. I will be back with Truxton. That is indeed next. I will see you there.